And once again, it's on, man. We back. Essential AF Podcast Show. Your boy JC, man. I got my folks with me once again, man. You see him to my left right here, man. Look at teacher. What's going on, my guy? You good?
Yes, indeed. Let's
we
go.
in here, man. We got the lady, the diva, Miss Jasmine, joining us right now. You good?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Got a little liquid courage in your system. You know what I'm saying? You straight?
Our business.
I mean, we talk. We family. They family. They know what we do. They see the damn flash. Yeah.
Little hunch punch.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that jump was good too.
It was.
That jump was really good, man. And last but not least, man, this is my guy right here. When I tell you, I know this, I've been knowing this dude for 15, 20 years now. And I tell you, he's been a nut since day one. And he has not changed, not one bit since day one. All right. My dog, Brandon, still in the building, man. What's good, my guy?
What up?
You know what I'm saying? Got the personalized flash right there. Yeah.
My boy,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the magic,
you know what it is.
BS.
You see Essential AF, we here, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to our YouTube page. Hashtag Essential AF Podcast, man. We're getting those subscribers up, man. Pretty soon we're gonna have folks up in here kicking it with us. Little chill area over there where you come in, eat some food, maybe drink a little hunch punch, if you will, man. You know, yeah, essential punch.
Essential punch.
Check out my DJ
Coming
You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. Coming soon, man. Instagram, man. Go follow us as well on Instagram. All that good stuff. Essential AF Podcast, Facebook page as well, man. We got all that popping, all the social media popping right there for you, man. To check us out and all the shows and details and everything we got coming up in the future, man. But hey, we are here. It's cold as fuck outside.
It is by Memphis.
Yeah, I know, man. We had like 70, 80 degrees forever.
Yeah.
It seemed like all of a sudden God just turned the thermostat down to 50.
Didn't we just go from summer to fall? Technically.
Yes.
It's like some stranger
Yeah, and it literally, it moved
man.
accordingly.
I'm telling you, man.
Right now.
For real, man. So we trying to stay warm up in here, man. But we got a lot to get into, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot going on in the world, man. You know, we still got to talk about Kyrie and everything going on with that, man. You know, we were talking in our group chat earlier this week, man, trying to think about different topics, man. And Jazz, you know, you started to develop a good one as well, man, as far as talking about, you know, the types of, you know, people that we attract and qualifications that we look for. You know what I'm saying? All the attraction, laws of attraction and everything, man. And you know, just basically, and also what I wanted to know is, you know, how do you tell your significant other, your mate, you look homeless? I'm tired of you looking homeless. 99.9% of the time.
You look homeless.
You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be more to that.
You know, yeah, man. So we're gonna get into all of that, man. Let's kick it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and kick it off. And like I said, we gotta talk about Kyrie real quick. We gotta talk about Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on, it seems like forever now. We haven't really had a chance to talk about it. And we're not gonna dive too deep into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to have folks come with us talking about we being anti-Semitic, you know. So we just talk about it a little bit, man. So Lee, you know, I'm gonna throw it to you first, dog. Man, what's your thoughts on Kyrie, the suspension, and everything that's been going on, man?
I think the suspension was too much. Mm-hmm. I think he should have been fined. I don't know anything about this, what he sent out. I don't know. I've never watched the movie. I don't plan on watching the movie. I don't really care. But really, I think there's a couple people at fault for this. The first is probably Amazon, because they're the ones that have the movie and have it available.
Right.
But you can't say anything about that because it'll be like free speech and stuff like that, because they still show, I don't know what streaming service, but that original D.W. Griffith Birth of a Nation is still available.
Wow.
You know, so you can't really fault them. I think it's wrong to suspend and to vilify Kyrie because he just wanted to do research and he just wanted to seek out information. Like we always talk about knowledge is power and everything like that. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I can't recall, and if any of you guys know, please let me know. I can't recall if he's ever endorsed the film, if he has officially said anything that is anti-Semitic. I have no idea. to my knowledge, by looking at the story, I don't think he has. He just was what we all do. It's like, ooh, I want to find out about, and it came up. He watched it, and he was like, this was very good information for me. I'm going to send it out because it might be good information for someone else. There it is. We have all done that.
There it is. That's basically what happened, Jasmine. In regards to everything, and it seems like, and like I said, I don't want to speak for the Jewish community, but it seems to me they're taking more of offense to him basically saying, how can I be anti-Semitic when I'm an original Jew? You know what I'm saying? That's to me the part that they're kind of, taking offense to, the fact that he's proclaiming himself to be, the original man, Jewish descent. And that to me seems to be the, what's going on right now.
I think that just like what Lee said, when he posted it, he didn't post a caption. He didn't post anything else with it. I think it's a bigger picture, like what you said. I never think that it's what's at face value. And I think that the stipulations they're putting on him to come back, totally like it's a power move to me. It's a let me make an example out of you move to me. I mean, I think the checklist was like 6 to 10 things that he had to do.
The man had to wash dishes, take out the trash, take the dog to the groomers, pay $500,000 fine. Like, he had to do the most.
And I think that was complete overkill. And of course, you can't talk about this without talking about how when someone does something against us, as in the black community, says anything against us, it's not taken nearly as seriously as this is. And I know it's like stay on topic, right? But it's hard to when you have this man's total career on the line because he reposted a clip and didn't even post an opinion with it. How can you charge him like this? I wonder if they've even had just a sit down conversation with Kyrie, just like him and Adam Silver, him and the coach, him and whomever.
That has happened.
He has happened with Adam Silver.
Just a straight up,
and he even himself said Kyrie's not anti-Semitic.
See?
So what are we even doing? Why are we going through all this?
We're appeasing somebody else. Obviously, us in our little spaces, we don't know what goes on up there, but we're appeasing somebody that even Adam Silver, I guess, is afraid of. And that could just be the masses.
Absolutely. B, what you think, man?
I kind of think it goes back to the COVID time. I think they kind of trying to realize that Kyrie may be a little bit defiant because he didn't want to take the COVID vaccine. And then, and then on top of Kanye with his anti-Semitic comments or whatever, they just like, okay, they really come for the Jewish community. And I really think people don't really see Jewish people as black people because, in history, we always seen, Jewish people as the fair-skinned color.
Skin white.
But, to post a link that you found online, I think it's a little bit too dramatic and petty. And I kind of feel like, if you can't have or share a link of something that, about our history, because basically what they're trying to do is just strip us from our history completely. That's what I feel like. And anything that has anything where it's you're trying to enlighten black people or whatever, it's a problem. And I feel like if you gonna really get on him about this link, then shit, shouldn't we ban the Bible also?
That's a good point.
Because it's a whole bunch of bad shit about Jews in the Bible. So anytime somebody posts something about that, should we be ridiculed for that too?
Should we ban Shakespeare? What was it? I think it was not the Taming of the Shrew, but The Merchant of Venice, which basically is an entire anti-Semitic play. Did we need to get rid of that?
We need to get rid of any type of hate books or literature from the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we ain't shit. And we ain't gonna never be shit. But when they have people like Kyrie just trying to enlighten his people, then they're like, okay, they're teaming up. They're trying to overpower us. We're already becoming the minority.
They're reading books again. They're reading books again. Read. Black people are supposed to read. They're not doing rap.
I know, right? Not doing rap.
Go ahead, the education system because we're getting too smart. Like, change the grading scale, pass all of them. and all that kind of bullshit. You know,
It's like, look, we gave you the Tulsa massacre, okay? We acknowledged it because
And
I
that's
swear
it.
to fucking God, I did not know about that
Nope.
until I watched Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Hanks, you ain't the only one. Tom Hanks just found out about
I
it.
saw that video.
Tom Hanks, he was
He was high.
flabbergasted. He
Black,
was
you
appalled.
heard of Black Wall Street?
Yeah.
You know, black people was
Yeah.
like, starting to have their own thing, in which we can do that now, but just what's going to happen. When the white folks see, the black folks trying to have something, they try to do their own thing, they don't need us, tear that shit down.
I'm sorry, but I totally
anti-Semitic.
feel that way.
Yeah.
I totally feel
100%.
that way.
Yeah.
And we don't need a Tulsa to rear its head. Like, we see it. I think when it comes to companies, like, we hear a lot of startups and we hear a lot of this and that and the other. You know, for me growing up, the big black company was FUBU. Ain't no FUBU been around for a minute. Why do you think?
I mean, think about this, and y'all probably never thought about this, but Young Thug bought a whole bunch of land in Georgia, right? Why the nigga getting hit with the RICO now?
Man, they hitting everybody with their RICO charge down there.
It seems like every time you see a black person trying to do something where they trying to build their community, have these type of housing for black people, have these businesses so they can have a place of their own. Okay, let's figure out a way to try to get this nigga so this won't happen.
Now you're right about that, B. Can I segue from that as well? Because why, if you're a Young Thug, if you're Young Thug, if you're anybody in the rap game, to be honest with you, why can't we dismiss ourselves from our past life? Totally. Now maybe you still have friends and family and things like that who are still immersed in that, because they're not of the stature that you are, or they haven't made it to the place that you've made it. But why can't we totally distance ourselves from it? Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, not at all. But that just made me think about it, because now we're finding rappers and things like that, other than Young Thug, not even just Young Thug, who are now being brought up on charges, who are being caught up in different stories, caught up in different things, because they're still immersed in their past life. Why can't we let that go so that this never even comes back on us?
Right.
That's their lifestyle.
Right.
It's kind of hard to take a nigga out the hood just because you made it, and then you got to think about your homeboys like, the nigga made it, now he can't do this, can't do this, so he trying to appease all these different people.
The goal is always money.
When you take yourself out the hood, a lot of rappers say, "Yeah, I used to live in Memphis, I live in Atlanta now." I live,
and I don't blame them, because they get killed if they stay in their if they stay in their hoods, or if they stay in their hometowns.
Yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff. He was the
man.
He was the best amigo. Y'all know that.
He wasn't no bad bougie though. He wasn't
no
no bad bougie.
He was locked up, man. He was
no bad bougie.
No bad bougie. Nah, God,
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, because there's a list, as we found out when we added to it, unfortunately, with Takeoff, of rappers who were still a part of maybe a beef or whatever, and they got caught up in the crossfire, and they're dead now because they couldn't let which I don't know necessarily or think that was the case with Takeoff. I think he was an innocent bystander, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of them are still immersed in that life. Why can't you let it go once you get to a certain position?
I think it's the dichotomy. Big words. Dichotomy of the black experience. You know what I'm saying? Basically, and it goes for anybody that's successful coming from the hood, whether you're a rapper, ball player, or whatever you might do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, what was the show? Survivor's Remorse. I remember that show on Stars. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that's just saying, you made it, but man, what about little Ray, little Pookie that you grew up with? You know what I'm saying? They struggling. They doing bad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making all this money. Like, they feel like, I have no other choice but to help them. You know what I'm saying? And we have to find a way to kind of break out of it. Like, you can't worry about Ray and Pookie. Like, you can try to, lead them to the water for them to, fish and, show them how to make money, but you can't feed them.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's I think that we have to, and some people are trying to do it, we have to kind of rethink how giving back to the community looks like, especially if you get to that level. So let's say, I'm worth $300 million. Instead of putting you on the payroll, putting you on the payroll, putting you on the payroll, or if it's kids, since I come from an education background, instead of creating a charter school, which I would never do, it would be creating programs that have the most relaxed rules possible to get home ownership or something along those lines.
Right.
I love the concept of buying up property and building homes and stuff like that. So yeah, buy up a bunch of property and be like, can you spell your name? You get a house. Can you spell your like something like that. I think
incentives of some sort.
I think that's the way we have to look at it. And some people are trying to do it. And some of these, it's crazy because like the Bezoses and who's the other one? The Microsoft dude.
Bill Gates.
Jobs.
Bill Gates.
Oh, Bill Gates.
Those guys.
Jobs.
That was Steve Jobs. He was out. But they have the luxury of separating themselves from reality because, in a sense, they never had to struggle.
That's what I was just gonna say, Lee. White folks, baby, ain't never gotta worry about giving back to nobody.
Exactly.
It's only us. If we come, even if myself and y'all, I grew up in Bartlett, lived a pretty good lower middle class life. Let me say lower middle class because middle class, honestly, is really a reach these days. But
Suburbia.
I did. And I'm
was
not
clean.
ashamed, but baby, you know what? You said bad.
Mike was clean.
Yeah, toilet
Had
paper.
a chain
Yeah,
on
toilet
it.
paper and paper towel.
Had a chain with a combination.
Y'all know the struggle, all right? Try to figure out what you're going to eat for breakfast. If you're going to have croissants,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Cereal.
Or cereal. They don't know the
Napkins,
struggle.
got napkins on the table.
You know.
Napkins.
Which friend you'll catch a ride with to school. They don't know about that, man. They don't know, man.
Shout out to Natalie. Natalie made sure I was on time for school.
You know what I'm saying?
Every
They don't
day
know
in
the
high
struggle,
school.
man. Yeah.
But anyway,
But-
sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good because that is a conversation to be had because if jazz was to make it big and I was to give back, baby, imagine the outrage if I came back to Memphis, Tennessee and I gave back to Bartlett High School.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
I
a
would
great
be
point.
shunned as a black Memphian.
Right.
But that's where I came from, right?
Right.
True.
Right.
That's true.
That's the school I came
Right.
from, right?
Right.
As opposed to me giving back to Ridgeway, where I started my my career in education. It would be a totally different narrative.
Right.
You know,
Right.
oh, we don't accept her, or oh this, or oh
You get
that.
back to them white folks.
Exactly.
You know, it's just all boil down to validation with these dudes who made it out the hood, and they want to continue to keep up with that lifestyle because they want to be validated.
Yep,
by their
I
peers.
agree.
Yeah.
It's
And
peer
then they
pressure.
get killed.
It's peer pressure.
And then
you
they
know?
get killed.
That's
Yeah.
why Akon is doing it right. He's just like, I'm going back. I'm making my own Wakanda. I'm going back to Africa. Yeah.
Like,
Akon ain't really shit.
Cryptocurrency.
Right. Akon
You know
ain't really
what I'm
shit in
saying? Akon.
years because he just is like, once I get everything set up, fuck America. I'm out.
That's what I was gonna do if I won the lottery.
Right.
Like, where Brandon at? We don't know where he at. He AWOL right now. I think the nigga won the lottery or something.
Like Brandon.
It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate
Yeah,
the
it's
way that we
crazy.
treat each other
It's
because it
crazy.
is us. And then at what point do we talk about us as opposed to comparisons? I just want to talk about us for right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, if it was the white folk, no, talking about us right now. Because sometimes we are our own detriment. Just like people in the hood who bring those young thugs back or those takeoffs back or those, who is it? The guy from Arkansas that just got Bankroll Freddie. I think it's Bankroll Freddie just got brought in on
I
charges.
thought he was dead. You said
Not Bankroll. Is it Bankroll Freddie or is it?
Bankroll Fresh?
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
clear.
yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please make sure I'm correct.
Right. Right.
Please.
Bankroll.
Yeah.
But I think Bankroll Freddie just got brought up on some charges or whatever. Why are you even involved in that?
Right.
Why?
Right.
It's because niggas are bringing him back. Niggas won't let him go. So when do we stop fooling with the niggas we grew up with?
Well, I think that
Family
when you're
too.
an artist, you're not really making money unless you're like a producer or something like that. So
Uh-huh.
you see it on film, but a lot of this shit is rented. A lot of shit they got
That's
to
true.
pay back. So they still feel like they got to stay in the hood and
To fund that lifestyle.
Yeah, and push
That's
push
true.
these drugs and all that kind of stuff because all that money is going to the label. That's the reason why Dolph stayed independent. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everything he owned. But you know, like these artists now that get signed to these labels, they don't own that shit.
What's
you know?
Thugs and Gunna's excuse? Because they've crossed that threshold.
You know, they were trying to become, I think, like some type of what you call it, a mob type thing or something. You know, and you know, some people glorify it. You know, and just because you become a celebrity don't mean that it has to stop there. You know, they want to continue that, and you got money to do it.
Yeah,
True.
And the thing that's crazy is that, as far as I know, especially with the genre of hip hop and rap, is that America's the only place that this happens.
Yeah.
You don't really hear about beefs from English rappers
French rappers.
or French rappers or anything like that. You don't.
Because they're not talking about killing and drugs and fucking hoes, you know, and getting their ass ate. That's for the women.
What?
You know,
grab his flag.
How you go from killing and drugs?
Right.
The segue didn't work.
Because you know the women talking,
He's serious too. He's
niggas
still
talking about getting their
talking
dick
through.
sucked on a regular basis. And women talking about eat this ass, nigga, eat this ass.
No, you know what? I'm
He
sorry.
harmonized it.
No, I was at my place where I work out, and shout out to Always Get Better Fitness, and shout out to Maisha, Only My Fitness as well. And Maisha was playing the whole Glorilla album. And it was the first time I heard it, and I was like, when you started saying "Eat Ass," I was like, oh shit. Wow, that's what they do fucking talk about. Because that was the only scenario that I would ever listen to her album. And I was just like, what the? And she was talking about nigga that she cheated with, and only reason she stayed with him was because fucking her good and all that stuff. I was like,
Glorilla is a real nigga.
I don't know if I would buy this, but I get it.
Exactly. Yes, I get it. Yeah.
You know what?
I'm
On that, Glorilla is one of the only female artists that I've ever heard that did not base her entire career on niggas and what they do for her. Now, granted, on some level, you're going to talk about, getting money from niggas, sex or whatever.
Right.
But her platform is not based off her coochie and her booty. It's just not. She talk about like she really exudes I grew up in Memphis.
Right.
Like 1,000%.
Right.
And I love that.
I respect that.
Yeah, me too. Definitely, man. And speaking of that, as far as female hip hop and everything, like I said, I love Big Glow. Shout out to Glorilla, man, and everything she got going on. Like I said, I just love to see somebody, that's put in the work, young, hungry, and they getting their time to shine
and
right
authentic.
now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I wish that, Megan would do for H-Town, man. You know what I'm saying? I know she in her way she puts on for Houston and everything, but me living down there and everything, man, and knowing that it's more than just what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Megan, you stout, tall, thick, and all that. Give me something else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what her platform is based on.
How many times can you twerk? You know what I'm saying?
What you're saying, Beyonce doing it better.
Right.
That's what I was going to ask too, because Beyonce doesn't necessarily. She makes sure knows that she's from H-Town.
Right.
She puts it in her music here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Beyonce necessarily screams H-Town to me either.
See, that's
I
a good
just
point.
know
That's
she's
a good
from
point.
Houston.
Right, yeah. Because Beyonce's more pop now. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
You would think that Beyonce is from New Orleans.
You know what I'm saying?
Because,
the influence in her music, right.
New Orleans influence.
Yeah, and I guess, me being a lover of all hip-hop, man, and the female MCs I used to love back in the day, I know it's a new generation and everything, and I get that as far as what they're talking about now and all that. But is there anything more than just your ass, your titties, twerking, scamming on niggas?
Sells.
You know what I'm saying?
Sex sells.
Right.
Sex sells,
Right.
and like B said earlier, it's the labels.
Yeah, that's what they push
the
that
labels.
bullshit.
That's true.
Just give me one song. Give me a song like "Love Is Blind." Like even though I thought Eve was trash back in the day, but I respected that she talked about a variety of things. Give me a ladies first.
Yeah.
UNITY or something other than
They
I'm
have
tired
to
of hearing
have
about your pussy.
UNITY,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Most of the women that are in the industry now are looking at each other crazy.
Yeah.
It has to be UNITY.
Yeah.
But Lil Baby doing it though. Lil Baby give you a little bit of
right.
everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
right.
The Black Lives Matter, song, and he got a few,
What about people like? I feel like the only person who is truly living the life that they talk about it's like Drake. And that's not because I'm a fan, but it's because
Yeah, it is.
he does. I mean,
He's so fruity.
but he fruity in real life.
He bumping,
But I'm
he
saying
bumping.
though, does he truly not rap about what he lives? Drake ain't running around talking about killing niggas. You know what Drake says? I'll get some niggas to kill you. I ain't killing niggas, but I got a crew that will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Drake is based on complete emotion and the encounters he has, and he talks about those encounters.
Man, Drake bumping. He bumping.
And the only reason he has broken out, I feel, is just because he's been so consistent. But if you have somebody like, say you got a rapper coming out of Memphis, a male from Bartlett, how does he break into the industry?
First of all, that would never
How
happen.
does he break into the
Well,
industry?
just because he's from
Anybody's out here
Bartlett doesn't
different
mean he
Bartlett,
doesn't associate himself with niggas from North Memphis and South Memphis.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you get a rapper who's from Bartlett, who's rapping about his life experiences from Memphis, Tennessee, who's known for what we're known for, Memphis, Tennessee, how does he break out authentically? Without pretending he knows niggas from North Memphis.
I think-
and he did this and he did that. Does he get out? Because I don't think so.
Look, he has to do.
He gotta be a
has
producer.
He has to take the white route, which is to not talk about it exclusively, or make fun of himself about his situation. That's how you break
So
out.
he gotta have a gimmick.
Or
Because
he,
why?
or he got to come out with something like Hit the Quan or something.
No, a song, man.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that, you know.
What happened to dude, man?
I
I
don't know.
heart Memphis.
And see, he's talking about come out with Hit the Quan, and what happened to him?
Right. Yeah,
Who
it was
knows?
gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? It really was, man. But like a rapper from Bartlett, man, that's like an oxymoron. Ain't nobody trying to hear a nigga from Bartlett rap.
But you're not trying to listen to a nigga from
We always
Degrassi.
had food on the
You
table.
know what I'm saying? You know, yeah.
We had
But
basic
no.
Yeah.
What if he
cut
didn't?
on picket fence.
What if he didn't have that though? What if he came to Bartlett on a transfer?
It's
what
a
if he
bad-
got
it's a bad
there?
name, Bartlett.
You know, it is. Oh, definitely. I'm only using Bartlett because I know how niggas look when you say you from Bartlett.
Are there any hoods in Bartlett? Like what's like the worst area of Bartlett? Like
Shit.
apartments. What's like the
Everywhere.
worst area?
Shit.
Wherever you see the cops at,
Probably like
lurking
where
ass.
Bartlett runs right into Raleigh, probably.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
that's
That
right.
little
yeah.
section.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
little border.
Right.
Like you get chased, like pretend like you getting chased by Michael Myers, right?
Yeah.
And you right there at the Raleigh border. He chasing
Yeah.
your ass.
Yeah.
As soon as you cross by, he like he just stop and just
That's
start
it.
staring at
As soon
you.
as you cross Austin
Like,
P.
yeah, like,
Because he know the police coming. No, I ain't going to Bartlett. I don't do that. I ain't doing that. No, but that is exactly my point though. A nigga could have been living in Bartlett with his auntie. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep, like he may not have had food on the table every
Right.
day, or might not have had the white picket fence. I grew up in Bartlett, but niggas weren't like privileged.
See.
My parents just raised us like parents
okay, well,
should
we
raise
gonna use
children.
Bartlett.
Yeah.
We're gonna use Collierville.
Well, let's use for Bartlett Collierville. Let's use for a minute though, because that fantasy rapper that we're trying to build, the Build-A-Bear rapper, to me,
See, now he got to build a bear.
I don't know for real.
But you're right though.
Yeah, all right.
because-
That type of rapper to me would fall in the category of like what a J. Cole, a Kendrick Lamar, a Logic, somebody that's spitting
So he has
lyrics.
to. So
you know
he
what I'm saying?
has to do that.
Yeah.
You can't talk. You can't glorify.
Right, exactly, because that's not going to be
You know,
genuine.
right.
Right. People
But
can see through
niggas
that.
who
Yeah.
glorify the thug life don't be genuine.
That's true too.
That's when you put Kendrick
That's true,
Lamar in there
too.
because the nigga from Compton.
right.
But
He
Kendrick is
chose
more along
to-
those lines though,
like,
the
that's
lyricist.
because
Yeah.
he's lyrical.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
we're not just out there talking about bad bitches, fucking nigga.
Nah,
you know,
right.
you
But
know.
I'm still
Yeah.
kind of going along those Drake lines because even though he's not from the U.S. suburb, he's from a Canadian suburb.
So at this point, and I'm glad you brought Drake up. You know, he's bumping. Like I give
Absolutely.
Drake all the credit
Absolutely.
in the world. He does his thing, right?
Sure.
Like every time he puts out something, it's going to be a radio smash or whatever.
Something.
But are we at a point? And Lee, Brandon, like I said, you know, we all grew up in the era. Jazz, we too young. We all grew up in the era where like you had to write your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was penmanship. You know what I'm saying? You had to write your shit to get credit. And I'm okay with it at this point. If everybody's cool with it, I'm okay with it. As far as Drake not being an actual writer of his lyrics, right? Cardi B not writing her lyrics. If it bumps, it bumps. It seems like somewhere there was a transition shift where we didn't care anymore.
Does that matter with singers as well?
No, I mean it's a difference. I think
it's no. I think
because
we gotta be consistent.
Babyface wrote for thousands of people, right?
Yeah. We got to be consistent about that because if we talk about Drake, we got to talk about Beyonce, and like Beyonce finally starts. I don't know how much she contributes, but she started. That was a criticism of hers. Everyone's writing for her.
Right.
When is she going to write and express herself?
Right.
And then she started doing it.
Why isn't this?
It's not apples and apples, though.
Why isn't it the same?
It's not apples and apples because you got to go back as far as like Motown and shit. All the stable of writers they had in that one building writing for everybody. So singers have always been different than rappers. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But with hip hop was always, experiences, your own story, your sword. You know what I'm saying? Your penmanship, that was your sword. You know what I'm saying?
JC? Even writers themselves, authors and things like that aren't on every day. But if my label says I need to have an album out by July 2023, I need to do something. Right. Yeah. What if I'm in a writer's block stage for 3 months and I need some help? I need some inspiration.
I think there's always been collaborators, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you could bounce ideas off. Hey, what do you think about this rhyme? Or would you do something different? But when we're talking about somebody literally just ghostwriting your whole shit, all 3 verses, you know what I'm saying? Hook, everything. I'm sure Drake probably has majority of the hooks.
How do we know what level of total writing that is? Do you not think that the artists at least come in and say, hey, instead of I love you, I'm going to say I adore you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they send it to them and they say, oh, okay, well, I think the artists still have input on it. I wonder what that percentage is of an artist getting a song and not changing anything.
Don't nobody care about no lyrics. These days, people care about the beat.
That's true. That's true.
Beat, man.
It was like a transition somewhere.
Look, for me, I mean, if you want to have a career as a ghostwriter, do your thing, make your money the way you want to make your money.
Right, because they make good money.
But I'm all about like longevity and getting those royalty checks and whatnot. Maybe they do have a deal in place for that. But if I'm writing something for you, I want my name all up on that page.
Exactly.
Because I want people to know and I want to make sure I'm getting my checks when that shit becomes a hit.
And you know what that's true of, because back in the day, back in my day, we had the CDs, the compact discs, and when you open it up,
I used to read the line credits. Production credits, right?
But
sometimes the lyrics.
And now I believe it's just you click on the Apple Music or whatever, and you can see the credits.
Right.
But ain't nobody reading that. Right. Because if you read that, you would have known it's been going on for years. Yeah. So now when it comes out on social media, now everybody's like, oh, wow, you're not writing your lyrics?
What?
Nigga, it's been in the production credits from jump.
That's why I don't watch the Grammys, but whenever the nominations come out, I look at all the nominations, because that's how I found out that Lil Jon's name was like John Smith. And I was like,
it's John, actually. I think it's Jonathan.
John Smith. And I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
But I love and then I don't know what Bruno Mars's real name is, but like his name's on it. But I like seeing that, and then now with the way sampling has been insanely
I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of
it. It's crazy.
Nobody in the 2010s is original anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not in the entertainment industry, so I don't know y'all struggle. But baby, if I see another remake, another sequel, another remix, there are so many songs out right now who are using old, not even old, like from when I was in high school, using those samples, and I hate it so much.
Young niggas think it's new.
I hate it so much. Now I see how y'all and maybe my parents feel.
I did that for a class once.
Hate it.
I did it for some 7th graders, and because we were doing shout out to Miss Bell. We were doing like reggaeton, and I used it to do a little sampling thing, and I played the original Tom Tom Club song, and they were like, "Oh, Mr. Lee, baby, I can't wait."
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I will find it and we'll play it anyway. So I played that. Because you know it from a different song.
Yeah.
But I played that, and they were like, "Oh, Mr. Lee, I didn't know you like such and such artist." And I was like,
That's crazy.
"No." And then I had another student say that actually knew a little bit of something. He was like, "Actually, that's Mariah Carey," and I was like, "Very
Just
good,
like,
but no." But
just
that's
like
Tom
the
Tom
song from
Club.
21 Savage. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sample, I love you. So you play that for you, and the kid be like, "Yeah, if we get hyped," and they be like, "Hold on, what happened?"
It's the
Right.
real song. Dang.
Yeah, that's my favorite song. That's my
Listen,
favorite J. Cole song.
I am
And
so
song.
mad about Beyonce getting on the Isley Brothers song.
Everybody
I
was
just
upset about
don't
that,
even
right?
know what to do with my insides. I'm
Everybody
so
was upset about
I'm
that,
So
angry.
you
right?
was mad about the Frank Beverly Maze?
Yes.
Oh, why did she?
That almost started a fight. A lot of black
She
families,
did
man.
not need to touch that.
You know,
It was
Now I think that one is a little bit better than Make Me Say It Again. Make Me Say, and I know Ron, I don't blame you, big dog. I know y'all just getting them coins,
Yeah.
but she was not needed on that
it
song.
was unnecessary.
So
Yeah,
unnecessary.
she
You know what
doing
I'm
a lot
saying?
with the Grace though. She did
That song is
This Where We're Mine too,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah,
With,
with Luke,
Luther
Big
Vandross.
Luke. Back in the day, I was just thinking about that too. Yeah. And that was decent. But yeah, definitely, we did not. I love Beyonce, but we did not need her. There was nobody was asking for that. Who asked for Beyonce to jump on that song with Ron Isley? Nobody was asking for it. You know what I'm saying?
He asked for it more.
Right.
That's why I was like, I'm not even
Let me
mad.
tell you,
Yeah.
baby, I need.
Yeah.
Just getting your
I need
coins,
this.
but
How the
man,
call go? This is Mr. B. Beyonce, how you doing, Mr.
that one was probably on the table too. Shoot.
Yeah,
But
What the hell is going on?
definitely, man. Hey, man.
I gotta see my Isley Brothers before they leave here too.
Before they, I
What
know,
the
right?
hell is
I
going
got
on?
Like,
wait, this cat
the
looks
Isley
familiar.
Brothers, I have not seen. I've seen Frankie Beverly and Maze in concert. Trying to think who else of that.
Anita Baker's coming.
I think it's coming. She is in a couple weeks, right?
22nd.
We going, right? Everybody going?
I need
Hold
to
on, I
see. I just need to
23rd,
start
I think,
seeing
yeah.
people because our greats are getting.
We got to give them their
You
roses,
That's
man.
just why I took a job
give
at
them their
FedEx
flowers.
Forum because I had the opportunity to see Mary J. Blige in concert.
That's right, man.
Man, that concert was hidden.
What you doing the dance with Mary?
Yeah,
You doing
man,
Mary dance?
That job was the. Hey, and Nikki worked there too, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, that's one of your little gifts right there."
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
You welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you welcome.
Yeah, man. But definitely, we got to see all our
I
greats
gotta
before
see
they
my
check
greats
on
before
out,
they
man.
leave here.
yeah.
Definitely, man. Essential AF podcast show, man. We got a few more minutes, man. My guys in here, man. Lee the teacher, he the professor over here, man. We got Jazzy over here. We got my dog B in the building, man. Sharita, what up? Sharita, we
Miss
love
you,
you,
girl.
Sharita. We're gonna get you in here soon, man. We're gonna get Sharita up in here, man. We gotta make room for all that thickness, man. We have to make room here at the table for her, man. But she gonna be here with us next time, man. We're gonna have
Unless you're just
special guests and everybody coming through, kicking it with us on the show, man. You know what I'm saying, man? But we got some more topics to talk about also, man, before we get up out of here, man. You know, we were talking about
endless.
relationships, you know what I'm saying? Relationships and everything, man. As far as, you know,
Essential flags.
Essential as fuck.
We're gonna get
they a
essential
little,
flags.
they a little lit right now, as you can
Man,
see.
you know what?
They a little
Nikki
lit right
can
now.
actually hook
Yeah.
y'all up with that.
Yeah.
I
She
want
made-
Yeah.
Nikki,
She
please.
made
Yes.
Nikki
Don't put the
made
top on.
Nikki bought me that.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah.
and Nikki bought me two
Yeah.
flags, right? One that
Right.
says Crown Black, because you know,
Right.
when back
Yeah.
in the mugshot,
Uh-huh.
I was on that Crown Black
Yeah.
one.
That
And it got
nasty
Be Still
stuff.
on it. That shit
I'm gonna tell y'all like
and then she had that one made for me too.
my
So
AT&T manager to tell me back in the day. Guys, focus in, guys. Focus in, guys. Focus in, guys. Focus in, guys. Focus in. That was his way of telling us, shut the fuck up. y'all say focus in,
No, you
guys.
gotta get the
Focus
chain.
in.
1, 2, 3,
Right.
eyes on me.
Right.
Like
Focus in, guys.
that.
Yeah. All right. So getting
And
back
it's still full.
getting back to the program as far as relationships, right? All right, we all in relationships. I think it's safe to say at this point.
It's safe to say.
Safe to say.
Safe to say.
Right? You know, and you know, we got things that we love about our partner and things that we don't love so much about our partner, man. And you know, we were talking in our group chat, like, how do you go about expressing to your partner some of the things that you don't like? That's that shit I don't like. Like, how would you go about, Lee, telling your girl, hey, you know, you do X, Y, and Z great, but this one thing right here, if we could change that, that would be great. Appreciate it. Thanks, management. Like, how would you go about that, man?
Management.
So what we did, and it was funny because she kind of pulled that Uno reverse card on me. I brought it up first. I was like, we need to have a sit down conversation about likes, dislikes, blah 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 blah. And then we went out. I remember this just perfectly. We went out to eat, and we get ready to go out to eat, and I don't know what it was. I think like time was limited on my side. I had to leave soon or something like that. But we went out to eat. We're sitting around. We're talking. We have a good time, and for whatever reason, maybe because of my own just personal fear, even though I was the one that brought it up, I was like, "Ooh, she forgot to bring it up, so we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it." And then she like looked me dead in my eye, was like, "Don't forget, we need to have that conversation about such and such and such and such." And we went back. We went back to her place, and sat down on the bed. I was nervous, and we had the conversation. So. I mean, always in the end, communication is the key.
Right.
But if it wasn't for her pushing me to have that conversation, it would have never have happened. I don't know, maybe we still be together, but I don't know.
So was it was it on both sides? Like you had something to say to her, she had something to address to you.
Exactly.
It was both ways.
Exactly.
So what happens if, and I'm guessing both of you were receptive, right?
Yes.
So what happens if one person isn't receptive? Like what happens if what you said to her, oh, my feelings are hurt, da, 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 or XYZ? Like you, what if you were offended by what she asked of you?
Yeah, if I was offended,
do you change it or do you throw a tantrum? Like what happened? Because I'm sure that's what a lot of people deal with.
I think for talking just about myself, the first thing I would probably think would be, where is this coming from? Because in my mind, I felt like I've always been doing this, and now you finally seeing it, and now you want to act some kind of way. I've always been like this. I've always said these type of things that maybe you don't like. I've said it privately. I've said it publicly. So why all of a sudden are you like upset about it when if we're 6 months in, a year in, 2 years in, whatever, that you bring it up now?
See, y'all talking around. Y'all beating around the bush really right now. I want to get down to the nitty gritty. All right, I'm talking about specifics. I'm talking about that raggedy. I'm talking about that raggedy ass T-shirt with the holes in it that she wears to the bed. I'm talking about the bonnet. I'm talking about the shit that you can't stand and you wish you could just ball up and throw away in the trash and hide it forever so she can never wear that bullshit again. I'm talking about that type of conversation. I'm
upset at my lady because she has yet to suffocate me with her bonnet. That has not happened yet.
What does that look like, Lee? What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know because it hasn't happened.
A deflated hot air balloon.
I'm saying, what you want to put the gun on your head and?
I want the, I would let like
because they do have larger. They have levels to bonnets.
If I'm the big spoon,
there's levels to this shit.
I want to wake up one morning and I almost accidentally inhale the bonnet. That has not happened yet. Unbelievable.
Hey, unbelievable. Wait till your nose came out your mouth.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
It's a rite of passage in relationships.
Shut up.
Definitely, man.
So I guess your question more is, how do you express to your partner that, hey, I'm getting tired of coming home after a long day's work and your ass looking like your ass just hopped out of bed, breath smelling like hot fire ass Cheetos and feet and shit.
That's specific.
Basically, I don't mind the breath so much, right? Because everybody will have morning breath, right?
No, bro.
No. B said.
Oh, you're coming home.
B said 5 p.m. breath.
Oh, nah.
Why the fuck you got 5
Your
p.m.
breath should not be in. You should not have 5 a.m. breath at 5 p.m. Okay, all right. I'm with you now. I'm with you on that. Yeah, like how you go about that conversation, right?
Anybody that know me, and Nikki know that I would say whatever.
Like it is.
I just tell it like it is, man, because I feel like we old enough to just be able to just tell it like it is.
It sounds good.
And you either gonna do it or you not. And there's been several times when I told folks, hey, it's either you do it or that adult right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, women.
Is that a deal breaker?
It's just like, no, not necessarily a deal breaker, but it's like, women have their expectations and wants and things like that. But it seems like when it comes to men, it's like, oh, well, I just didn't feel like it, or this and that. And it must be like the women being like, oh, well, I can do this because blah blah blah, whatever
Right.
excuse, because it's
Right.
always excuses, or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like you go out or whatever, and you go out to look good for these strangers and shit, and then men want to come home to their lady looking good for them.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I came to the conclusion that instead of having that big ass hot air balloon bunny on or that long ass your mama passed down moo-moo, buy your lady,
Generations. There's a lot of history in that movie.
buy your lady a house wig that she could put on, that she could throw on real quick, before you step in the house, or buy her. That shit don't cost a whole lot of money at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Go get that nice little set that you can get for her to put on. You know what I'm saying? When you walk through the door or whatever, to put on. It always be that hand-me-down outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My great-great-grandma gave me
Right. So let's take that, Jazz. So based off of what he said, speak from a woman's perspective as far as the take me as I am. That camp. talk to me from that camp of women, man.
It's so funny because it's true. Listen, women, y'all can agree with me, disagree, but I don't think many of you will. If you think logically and you're a woman, I don't think many of you will. Not me popping my collar. I was really trying to get it out of my way. But women do have a sense of entitlement. Okay? We do have a sense of entitlement.
Got it.
Thank you, though. Thank you. I have that expectation of me. Okay? That is an expectation.
I killed the killer mosquito going around.
That is an expectation.
Nobody else taking
If you don't kill bugs, you need not
They
apply.
saw it.
I ain't see shit.
If you
I'm the
don't kill
real man.
bugs, you need not apply.
He killed one little ass mosquito.
I'm the alpha male.
Killing that.
Bangers.
Right.
Not the gnat.
Yeah. Why you kill like this though?
Hey,
I told you.
guess what? It's still no it's still no evidence that I actually killed it. Because it wasn't on my hands, so
It'll be bad. Okay.
at least I tried.
No, women do have a sense of entitlement. That's very true. And you know why it is? Because we got that patch of hair in between our legs. That's what my mom used to call it.
Well,
That is why there is that sense of entitlement. Because while women absolutely want and enjoy, y'all know I don't really curse, so y'all can feel it. While women absolutely want and enjoy what a male has to offer in that region, we feel like ours is top tier. It's better than what you have. Let's be real. If it came down to it, women truly have the upper hand in every situation in life.
Levels of facts.
Whether or not we use it, you can kill it. Whether or not we use it, that's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, that is what entitles us to feel the way we feel, to move the way we move, to do the things we do, to ask nigga for some rent money on the first day, ask nigga for $40, all those things. It all comes down to the fact that at the end of the day, nigga, you want this, don't it? You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't gonna get it from me, if you're going to take it away from me,
So
it's true though.
So basically,
it's true.
if you look at men and women on a menu, men got a price. Women, they're just gonna say market price.
Ooh. That boy
Wait.
Let the church say amen.
Market price meaning whenever it's available, right? Like, no, I'm asking because I know I see that like on seafood menus and stuff. So like market price being whatever's available, right? That's what market price means.
You don't know how much that shit gonna be.
That basically.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, and you know what? Piggybacking off of that, that's true because if you get a woman, if we say market price, baby, you might get a woman who
you don't know what you're gonna get.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know what it's gonna be.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
So you may get a woman.
What you get from us.
Right.
Yeah.
You got an expectation because you see it right there in black and white.
Well, you know what? No, we don't know what we're gonna get from
Like,
y'all.
because you like,
so I can't say that.
I want a lobster so bad.
No, but you know what?
Right now, because there's a limited supply, the lobster tails are gonna be $100 for 6 ounces.
Because you may not get a lobster tail, baby. You might get a crawfish.
No.
Okay?
Wait a minute. Why you pointing at me? You talking about
I'm talking about for a comment.
Okay. I'm about to say.
I saw it at the last
Right.
night. Like she left it lingering
Be
too when
quiet.
she pointed it out.
Be quiet.
She held it. She
I'm
held
saying-
it.
there.
You
I was
see,
like,
she didn't point at me because
Right.
she know what it is.
No, Brandon said he don't know if he gonna get lobster.
Mm-hmm.
I said you might get lobster because it's a limit. You may or may not get lobster because it's a limited quantity, right? You might end up with crawfish because we have a ton of those, right? But with men, no, we don't know what we're gonna get because you know what, baby. And I'm not saying men don't do this either, but men don't all come the same. You know, every woman gonna come. Now, you know what? I don't know. I'm breaking out into some more stuff because there's a segue.
Because basically, the
Because
way you going, it makes me feel like okay, that's the reason why women got this man for. That's my confident nigga. That's my nigga for money. That's my nigga for sex right there. That's my nigga I talk to. When I
No,
wanna go to the
essentially,
bar 'cause
yeah. You're going all the way into exactly what I'm saying. But I know men deal with certain levels of things with women as well. So that's why I'm like, oh well, it's not just exclusive to women.
Okay, so
men deal with I don't know, unexceptional coochie. I don't know, women who are lazy, women who are not career oriented. Like I know men deal with those types of things too. But at the end of the day, baby, if everything was off of this earth, whatever, baby, men need coochie. They need it. They gon' that is what we have that makes us
the real question, Jasmine,
top tier above
you work at a
everything.
9-to-5 job, you come home, your man at home, he looking ragged and talking about, hey, you gonna get some of that coochie? What's your feeling that you coming home, your man looking homeless and shit, looking like Tyrone, and then he gonna ask you for some coochie? So what's
by looking homeless, we talking about like hair, facial hair.
He
Basically,
got
right.
he got some played out ragged gray sweats on.
If he at the house, it don't matter.
You giving him some as soon as you walk in the door?
Is the nigga clean?
No.
He don't take baths.
He ain't took a wash up for that day.
Now, okay, so
He letting that shower from last night cross over.
now I am not accepting anybody who stinks and who has bad hygiene. Like that's just off top. That's a basic human trait. That's a basic human trait.
Okay, what if they wash their ass and they smell alright, but just the overall aesthetic as far as everything else, the appearance.
Like his clothing?
I mean, just looking like stains on his shirt. You know what I'm saying? Just looking raggedy, like he hasn't been outside done anything
Y'all
all
want to
day.
ask me this question because I have questions beyond that. So you said he took a shower that day, but the nigga got a stain on his shirt.
I mean, like peanut butter jelly stain. You can tell he's been.
Is he eating one at the moment?
He might be.
Okay, well that's okay.
But you know, it's like eating.
Yeah. Take it off, put it in the water. Like I'm not gonna.
No, he's not doing that.
He wearing it 3 days from
What
then.
if he's looking like a wet bathrobe?
First of all, let me tell you.
That's why I said it, because I know how pet peeve.
Let me tell you what a deal breaker is, baby. Don't step out on my rug and get it wet. Don't do that.
Wait a minute.
That's worse than a peanut butter jelly stain.
Stop.
How are you
Talk to me. Talk to me.
So wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna
So
say
you get out the shower.
We all have our things.
There's a top. There's the mat.
You need to come out on a Japanese wooden
Apparently, do I gotta use the force and levitate over the mat? Or something?
So you got the shower. Go. All right, she go break it down for us. All right.
I'm in the shower
Okay,
right now.
all right.
I get my towel.
Okay.
Right?
Towel.
All right.
No.
Step
I'm
out.
sorry.
What's so hard about that?
Because
Don't you get out dripping wet?
you still wet though.
That's true, but you can catch all that little drip.
Now,
A towel I'm cool with
Right.
because you can just pick the towel up off the ground and put it in the washer.
right.
But the rug that stays in the bathroom, it's gonna take days for that thing to dry.
It don't take days for that thing to
Jasmine
dry
on
out.
this decorative shit.
Yeah.
Like the towel is not for you to step out on after shower. It's for decorative purposes only.
That little medium towel that they give you in the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Step your wet feet onto that. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Not
all
on
right.
my furry rug.
That's why I
Okay,
take all the
all
towels
right.
from the hotel.
Yeah.
I totally got off subject.
I
but
got a story about that, but
I totally got off subject, but
Yeah. We good.
I think it's different for men though, because men, when I think for men, if maybe your facial hair is out of order, you need a haircut, or something like that, I think that would be one of the only thing that turns women off. Unless you're like myself, you can't become a fat slob or anything like that. Sorry if I offended anyone with that. If you don't consider yourself a fat slob, it shouldn't be offensive.
With your fat ass.
But you can't progress into an unhealthy level of living.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
Right.
Because I'm going to hold myself to those standards as well.
Speaking of that, JC, so like
He made eye contact, big dog.
Okay, so say like you met your woman and she was in a size 0, and then a few years down the line she in a size 16. How do you address your woman?
We got that conversation, because first of all,
I'm her.
Okay, I'm blaming you.
I'm her.
All right,
I'm 16 now.
All right, first of all,
size 16.
What led
Actual 16.
Size 16.
Right. Okay, about R. Kelly situation.
I'm size 16 now.
Okay, so we went from a 0 to a 16. You was, fine as wine when we first got together. What happened? What led to you going from 0 to 16?
Is this how you talking to me?
Yeah, but how would you?
No, I want you to set the scene right now.
Okay,
Are we doing this after a date night? Do I have a little wine in me?
Okay.
Or are we just going cold turkey Saturday morning talk?
You know what?
How are you setting the scene?
We chilling at the house, man. Your ass eating a bag of Funyuns.
And you got upset.
You know what I'm saying? You look at your ass like, look at this big motherfucker here eating this goddamn Funyuns. Look,
You need the gun,
honey. Look,
right,
I'm a good man. I treat you good. I take you out.
Is this how you came at me while I mid Funyun?
Yeah, mid Funyun.
Hey, Jack, I'm a good man.
Right, listen.
Okay, all
All
right.
right, I thought about how we first got together. I met you over there at Love. You was looking good.
Not at Love.
You know what I'm saying? You had your mini skirt on and everything. You popping.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah. But we've been together 10 years now.
Stains,
Right.
As we're talking.
yes,
We've been together 10
The
years.
moo-moo, the past
You know what I'm
down.
saying? And it seemed like you just let yourself go. What happened? Is it something that I did? What can I do to get you back to where you used to be? All right, because I'm not attracted to you the way I used to.
Oh hell no!
Okay.
Wow. Oh,
All right.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to cheat on you, okay, with your best friend, but Keisha,
You would not
but
say
Keisha
that.
looking
You
good.
would not say that.
Keisha looking good.
I need you to be real. You would not say, I don't want to cheat on you with your best friend. Because baby, then I do.
Baby.
Baby, then I do.
Baby.
It go from Funyun to
But-
nope to...
But right. But all
JC
jokes
and I
aside,
ain't
like,
friends no more.
what can we do to get you back? Get you back to not even a 0. Get you back to an 8. Shit. I'm good with an 8.
First of all, JC, that ain't how you do it. That's number one. JC, now listen, I'm going to tell you the only part of that conversation, real or fake, whatever, like the only part of that conversation that really would hit home is when you said you're not attracted to me anymore.
Yes.
That hurts.
Right.
That hit a nigga in the throat.
Right.
Because that
Right.
tells me that I am no longer the apple of your eye.
True.
Like that's a big deal.
Right.
And so some people though, that's the part where I think you have to know your mate.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I asked, are we doing this after date night? Is this a Saturday morning wake up conversation? Is this after on a full stomach?
Right.
Or how is this? Because sometimes you have to approach certain people in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Now for me, if you were telling me I would not get mad, I would get sad. That's what I would like. My reaction would be sadness because my boy, he's no longer attracted
But like
to me.
so, true hurt sometimes, right? Yeah.
But besides saying that, what a better way I feel that you can actually approach it.
That's like exercise right there.
How would you do it, B?
Babe, you know I love you, but
Right.
I'm a little bit
I like that off
Right.
top because I like that first
This nigga
better
ain't saying
first.
all that.
Okay.
I think real
I
life,
like
he
that
ain't saying
better.
all that.
I'm a little bit concerned. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
him. He ain't saying that shit. Go ahead.
I do say that.
You not saying it like that.
I'm a little.
I don't know how you are, how you the intimacies of you and Nikki's relationship, but I know for me, just from knowing you, if you ever got serious like this, I'd be like, oh shoot, there's something wrong.
Hold on, Nikki.
There's something wrong.
I play a lot for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Nikki,
If you got like serious,
she know when I'm serious.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like not just be like, I know I'm concerned. We all picked up a little weight or whatever, but I feel like, we, I want us to, basically have a
Right.
more healthy, relationship
Right.
going forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on myself also. As far as putting more healthy things in the house.
Right.
Because we all
on yourself
we all
first.
we all
Take
in,
notes,
we all,
Did I
we
not
all
say
in the
that?
household.
Take notes.
Go ahead.
We all in the
Go ahead,
household
go
is
ahead.
going a little bit,
Uh-huh.
overboard or whatever,
Uh-huh.
And I think that, if we plan on, having this life together, I want us to,
Right.
have a healthy life,
Right.
going, forward in the future.
Right.
And let's go to the green line,
Yeah.
let's
He's
join
offering
YMCA or
examples.
something
Brandon
like that.
didn't mention
You know-
nothing
you know
about
what I'm
weight.
saying?
He
And-
didn't mention nothing about size.
And I've been drinking,
Okay.
and I still
Hold
got
up.
a level mind.
Did I not say before I said go chill her with her best friend Keisha? Did I not say
This-
what can I do?
I'm in.
What can I do? Is it something that I can assist with? Did I not say
you
that?
already slipped
No, you
like
said
hurt
it
my
before
Before I
feelings.
told her she was unattractive.
You already
what
hurt
can
my
I do?
feelings.
In a negative way.
You've already hurt my
It's the
feelings.
wrong way, man.
Now you know what I like about B's approach, and we're all different, right? So some would react to yours different, and some will react to his different. But what I like what he did was he said he included both of us off top, right?
Mhm.
Even if Brandon was standing here like looking like a stick figure, he said we.
Because I know I picked up some weight.
And
You
me,
know,
and we
all
can
this.
do
It's a
this
collective.
together.
Yeah.
It's a collective.
Right,
Right.
because you're not the only one. I mean, out of an average relationship, right? Both people are probably picking up weight.
Right, it's
along the
heavy.
way,
Right?
right?
Heavy weight
Absolutely.
because you're
Right.
going out to eat
Right.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still want to keep, continue
Right.
to impress your woman. Take her to Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
Take her to Orange Brand. Take her to
Right.
Fleming. So y'all eat
Y'all
more,
laughing,
more.
kicking,
No doubt.
joking,
Ain't
maybe
nobody
getting
eat-
ice cream
Ain't
while
nobody
we laying
eating
in
no
bed.
raw Brussels
Right.
sprouts up in this.
But that's the difference, though.
You know
Happy
what I'm saying?
weight is different from being obese. Because if you a size 16,
Hey,
It started from being
You know
heavy.
what? Hold up. According
Yeah.
to white people weight,
Yeah.
every black person is obese. You know what I'm saying? According to the white
Right.
people scale.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's true. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't base
Our body
us
man
off
different.
of.
You know, you ain't never heard no white person say I'm big bone.
Right. That's true.
That's a black thing.
Man, he's dropping facts today,
That's a
man.
black thing right
He is dropping
It's
some
the Tito's,
jewels, right?
baby.
It's
It's
the
the
Tito's. That's what he do.
Tito's,
Yeah, that man dropping
And it's
jewels.
finally
right
gone.
now.
Just imagine what he's gonna do with the essential punch. Like,
Essential punch coming soon, man. Definitely.
seriously.
Yeah.
No, but it's person to person.
Oh yeah.
Because if it was myself addressing my guy,
Yeah.
first thing I would do, just like Brandon said he was gonna put different groceries in the house. Hey, let's go to the green line.
Right.
For
I'm
me,
with it.
whether it be weight, clothing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I don't like the way he dresses, I'm gonna buy him clothes,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna see if that works 1st
Mhm.
If he completely just hates everything I buy, which
Yeah.
he has his taste, right? So I can't just expect him to fall in line with what I buy.
Right.
But I'm thinking that I'm helping.
Right.
He gonna like this, you know.
Right.
And if he hates it, then I might have to say, hey, babe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, your everyday attire is cool, but like if we're going to this function or if we're going here, I would like for you to do X, Y, and
Right.
Z.
You know what?
Exactly.
Brandon don't like a size 0 because Brandon don't like them thick, baby. I want something to bite.
Like
That's
I
the
do-
size
you know
she said
what?
she was.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I will say this, I do have for me, because I remember. Sorry, man. I remember when I initially told my lady that I had lost 15 pounds.
Uh-huh.
She looked at me, and like it was like this, like, oh shit,
Mhm.
and then gave me the high five. And we'll probably talk about this later on today. But it was like. It felt like a look of concern,
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh fuck! What if he gets fine and doesn't want me anymore?"
That's another approach. That indirect approach. I'm going to the gym. I'm cooking my food. I'm eating right. You can be defiant if you want to, but baby, I'm getting
Yeah,
snatched.
right.
Because believe it or not, it's a lot of men want their women to be fat so they can look unappealing
Yep.
to other men.
And that's crazy.
You know,
That's a
that's-
crazy
yeah,
concept
I'm not that guy.
to me.
You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
that
That's
guy, bro.
I want my
crazy
woman to
to
be
me.
fine.
Yeah,
You know
that's-
what I'm saying?
exactly.
I want my
That's
woman to be
crazy.
fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad y'all brought that up.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a reflection of me.
That's a reflection of your taste.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad you brought that
That's
up.
Like
a
I
mental
think
issue.
because
Yeah.
I know even before the person that I was with the person I'm with right now, other women that were like above my pay grade, I would be walking around and dating them, and they'd be like, "This nigga, him,
Mm-hmm.
him,
Uchi? The Uchi model?
the Uchi model."
Yeah.
So I fear when I lose those 10 pounds and I get those, and because like I joke about it all the time, but there is a fear for me where it's like I get to a place physically for me,
Right.
and we start going out and everything, and maybe there's these moments where it's like, you know, I'm wearing like the tight muscle
Right.
shirts
It makes
and
her
shit,
insecure.
where it's like
where
where she gets to the point where it's like
insecurity.
She
where
feels
she's
insecure about
she
it.
feels and
Yeah.
she's looking at all the
Yeah.
other women.
But
It's
see,
like,
you know
how
what's
did
crazy?
she get that
Yeah.
nigga?
You know what's crazy?
That's a real thing.
Women are so hard on men as far as insecurity, but women, it's okay for them to be insecure about shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because just like Lee said, he's afraid that, you know, when he gets
Who you
fined,
getting fined
you know
for?
what I'm saying? But
Right.
Who you trying to look good
but
for?
we can't
Right.
be insecure.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just
Yeah.
like men just doesn't have that novelty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be like, you know, because it come off as jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I hate this
But
shit.
is it
man.
not this? I mean, I'm sorry, but I feel like it's literally the same for both genders.
No,
When a
you
man
know, y'all got
decides
the
he
upper
wants,
hand on that.
when men decide to want to get something together in their life or do something better, put on a little cologne, put on some clothes, I'm gonna look at you wondering like, you don't do this normally, so what are you doing? If a woman does the same, oh, what you got on going out with your girls? Who you trying to go see? It's the same thing on both sides.
Man, hey, before we got get out of here, because I think they're about to kick us out in a minute. We'll be gone in a minute. LaQueen, hold on. She went to kick us out, man. Make sure y'all do all your events here at Dash Memphis.
Oh, yeah, for
all
sure.
your events, man. Whatever you got going on, birthdays, graduations, divorce parties, whatever you doing, man.
Said divorce.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, you do it right here at Dash Memphis, man. So we about to get on out of here, man. But real quick, I want to add to that. I'm glad y'all brought that up as far as reflection of your taste. You know what I'm saying? How your girl dressed and everything. Is it me? Am I the only one? I like my girl to be a little stank with it, as far as showing. You know, showing a little cleavage, showing some thigh. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to wear a stripper dress and nothing like that.
I'm
A stripper
here for
outfit.
it.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm here for it.
show a little something.
Show
man.
what you got.
Right, show what
Show
you're working
what
with.
you
Show what you're
got.
working with.
I
Yeah.
make sure with my lady that I move around in ways that everybody know that thing thanging.
Exactly.
Okay.
You want folks to see that thing thanging. And when that thing is not thanging when you go out, you know, sometimes that can be like, hey, what's going on? Like, you got it. What's wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Baby, we love a good titty shirt.
Right.
We love a good back out.
Yeah,
Okay. We
put your
love a
back
good
out.
leg out.
You know, put your back
It
into
can be subtle ways that you can,
Yeah.
show off your
Right. Show-
beauty without being
the
classless.
subtlety, exactly. That's the key
Yeah.
word. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with chicks that look like prostitutes when they go out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta look like a hook on 3rd Street or nothing like that, but at the same time, like, I want you to look good. You know what I'm saying? We going out. Like,
You
look
want to
good.
show off your
Right.
little trophy, right?
Exactly.
Not little.
You know what I'm
I don't mean
saying?
that in a bad
Right.
way, y'all.
Right.
But you want to show off your trophy.
Show it off.
Yeah.
You know what
Show
I'm
that
saying?
shit off at home too.
Exactly. Show it off at home. Ladies, if y'all don't get nothing else from this show today, show that shit off in the street with your man. All right, let them know,
What does
hey,
that mean,
this
though?
my nigga right here. This
What
my
does that
man.
mean, though?
And show that shit off at home, too.
Freaking the
Ain't it, man? We
So
don't want-
if a nigga
we don't
walk
want that
around
lazy
naked
shit.
at the house, that's okay.
Huh?
That's more showing
Say
it
that.
off.
Hold on. Come again.
If a nigga walk around naked at home,
Yeah, you like walking around swinging that thing. Hey, you seen baby boy? You like, you want some breakfast?
Kool-Aid
that's what you mean
shit.
by showing it off.
You know,
That's what you mean by showing it off.
just surprise us.
Yeah, like
Surprise us. That's all. At
What
home.
could be better than me being naked?
I'm saying role play. I want to see it in the goddamn. I want to do some
Now you're
cosplay.
going into some
Hey,
see,
caveat.
wait. No, no.
Ain't no
Now you're
wrong.
going
Ain't
into
no
what
wrong.
things
Wrong.
I want to see a Thundercats outfit. Have a Thundercat costume on
See, that's
when I
nasty.
get home, man.
You need to buy me that outfit.
That's fine.
'cause I don't
Hey,
even know if I like it.
I have bought
Yeah.
I bought the onesie because I was like, I know you look good in a onesie.
Thin line between love and hate role play.
Yeah.
When she got that damn shit on, she crazy like fuck nigga.
Right.
Get your motherfucking ass.
Give me something outside the norm, man.
Don't you
Yeah.
touch none of this fucking lingerie.
Right.
Bitch. Until I take this motherfucking shit
Exactly.
off.
We like a little bit of that crazy shit.
I'm just
Yeah.
asking
Just a little
because
bit.
see this. I'm glad this came out because at first you said show that at home, and I said, well, if I'm showing anything at home, I can just take my clothes off, right? And that's showing everything.
I mean, lingerie.
But
is
now I
different.
get what you
Right.
mean.
Dress it up.
You're saying dress it up.
Dress it up.
It's
To
a
the
thing.
little
Dress
pizzazz.
it up. Right.
Y'all remember, and we can end the show after this, but y'all remember Elvira?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Elvira had the titties poking out with the
Hey.
long ass
Like, we
dress.
went into
And then did
the
y'all
dark
think
wig.
about what y'all was killing that shit off,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
when you was kids and shit.
110%.
Looking at that shit like, ooh,
Shout
That's a
out
good
to
example.
Elvira.
That's a
kill
good
that
example.
shit off.
Right.
You know, we want that shit at home.
Hey, put Elvira costume
Elvira
on.
was teaching
Yeah.
y'all lessons back then. Y'all just weren't paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we were
Betty Boop.
kids.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't paying attention.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Is she still living? Elvira still living?
I don't know.
Elvira is still alive.
She's still alive. Yeah, let's shout out
She
Elvira.
recently-
Wait, I
She
thought
recently
Elvira
just came
was a
out.
cartoon character.
No,
No,
Elvira was
she's
a real woman.
real woman.
Mistress of the
But
Dark.
she was
Yeah.
kind of emo.
And she would
Elvira
host
was
like
on
horror
animation.
movies
She
and
was kind of
stuff. Yeah.
vampire-ish,
Yeah.
emo-ish,
Yeah.
kind of, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Elvira was
Yeah.
on Animaniacs.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, folks, it's been a hell of a show, man. Like, every time we do the show,
Cassandra Peterson.
we have fun, but this is my favorite show. This might be my favorite show right here, man.
Yeah, she
She's still,
want
yeah,
us
that's
to
her.
look like this,
Yeah,
y'all.
Not that wig, though.
Not the, you know what I'm saying? Get a different wig. Get the house wig.
the
All
house
right,
wig.
get the
Hey,
house
house
wig.
wig.
Y'all weird with them
Yeah.
damn drapes on y'all damn
Exactly,
wigs,
man.
too,
But hey, we do this each and every week, man. Make sure y'all check out the show on YouTube. We're gonna upload it on Tuesday. Check it out all day Tuesday, man. Get them subscribers up. Subscribe to Central, hashtag Central AF Podcast, Facebook, Central AF Podcast, Instagram, all that, man. All right. For your boy, my dog, leader teacher,
Go Blue.
Jazzy P Van over here.
I'm Elvira.
Elvira Van. Elvira P Van over
Elvira
here.
P. Van.
Elvira.
For my dog Brandon, man, your boy JC, man. We out. Y'all, like we always do at this time, man. You are all essential as
That's the
fuck.
one
And
with
we
the
out, man.
titties,
Peace.
baby. The titties, baby.
It's always about the titties.
baby.
She actually recently just came out.